1 Blue Jays way in Toronto. Welcome to Rogers Center. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the Philadelphia Phillies and the Toronto Blue Jays. Festivities are wrapping up. This place is rocking. The home opener is coming up next. Coming up on the first pitch, Bryson Stott stands in for the Phillies.
Bryson Stott.
And we're underway here in the home opener. Savage, the tall righty, 22 years old, a former first-round pick in 2024. The ground ball up the middle, that's a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning. Trey Turner at the plate. He's one of the faster guys just by pure sprint speed in the majors. Squares to bunt, but that rolls foul. Oh, 2 now. Runner on the go. On a line out towards center. And there's one down. Here comes Schwartz to the plate.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
Here's a 1-1. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time.
Ball.
Pitch out, but no action. Swings through him for the K. Tied him up on a fastball inside. Here's Harper now. Check swing went around. Strike 1. Owen gets a check swing. Appeal to third. Nope, he held back. The 1-1.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Just missed. What a stop. Over to first. And very nicely done for the out. We go to the bottom of the first. And on the mound for Philadelphia in this one, Zach Wheeler. What do you have on him, Chris?
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
It's in and out of his glove. The underhand flip, and he's got no chance. He's out. Jacob Wilson next up for the Blue Jays. And a big swing and a miss.
Boom, that's cheddar, baby.
Yeah, that's fouled off. 2 away now. 2 down, base is empty. Now the third baseman, Addison Barger. And first offering is fouled off. That one pushed foul. The 0-2. Cuts on it and misses. That's back here at Rogers Center. On now to the top half of inning number 2. Alec Bohm stands in for the Phillies. Out towards right center field. Varsho on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 1 pitch and 1 out. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Stephen Kwan. And a foul ball. Here's the 0-1. And that skips into dirt.
That's a ball.
On the ground to first. And that one finds its way through. And that's a one-out single.
He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock. And you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
JT Realmuto now at the plate as he swings through strike one. Now there's a bullet down the line. Bounces over the wall in foul ground. It's an automatic double. Brandon Marsh steps to the plate. Base hit into right center. One runs in. A second scores as well, and they lead by 2.
First pitch swing in, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. Can't handle an up and in fastball much better than that. I think he had to be sitting on something similar because it's very tough to adjust to a pitch like that if you're not looking for it.
Now a chance for Justin Crawford. In the air, right field, pretty well struck. That's got a chance. Caught just shy of the wall. So the Philly batting order turns over. Bryson Stott, the next to hit.
Hey! No, that's down.
Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. That one hammered, but pulled foul. Good eye in that spot.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Runner goes again. Gets under it and pops it up. He's got it, and that'll do it. Back now in Toronto. Now the Toronto 4-hole hitter, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. This one smoked on its way out of here. A massive home run. And they're on the board. It's 2-1. George Springer now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. That one catches the zone, and it's 0-2.
Bro, just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run. Go back to work. Focus on this next batter.
Out to short. Trey Turner gloves it. Gets it to first. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. And now it's Dalton Varsho. Lifted in the air, right center field. 2 down. Now it's the DH, Nathan Lucas. And a swing and a miss.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's got good numbers swinging at pitches in that location.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And the tying run is on base.
Everything came together for him. Smashed that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
The 0-1. And that is out of play. Here's the 0-2. And this one squirts away from the catcher. No advance, though. Stays alive. There's the splitter in the dirt. Swing and a miss. That completes the strikeout inning over. Top half of the 3rd inning. And now for the Phillies, Trey Turner. Base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. Struck out swinging his first time.
Aye! Ball 1.
And a pitch out, but nothing going on. Here's a 1-1.
That's a ball.
And a pitch out, but no steal, and it's ball 2. 2-1 now. On the ground, a short could be 2. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly to first, and he just gets it there in time. 1 away. So now with 1 away and a man at second, here comes Bryce Harper.
That's outside.
That one outside, ball 1. Swing and a miss at a slider. Got him. Now 2 out. And here comes Alec Bohm. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center.
That's a ball.
In the dirt. Well done behind the dish. Man on second, 2 down.
A little tardy on that fastball. Is going to have to get it going a little quicker. Get that front foot down.
Guerrero. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Bottom of the inning. Here's the Toronto catcher, Alejandro Kirk. This one in the air, center field. Crawford in position. 1 away. Back to the leadoff spot in the Blue Jays lineup. Anthony Santander at the plate. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. That one fouled off. The 0-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Fights it off. He'll see another.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Jacob Wilson getting ready to hit. Two down, nobody on. And now 1 and 2.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. And I want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
Good job to fight that one off.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just.
And he got him. Back here at Rogers Center, on to the 4th. Stephen Kwan stands in for the Phillies.
Ball, that's down.
Well, these Phillies showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
Into the outfield, base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
He was all over that one. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
And now this one's a rocket to right. Way back there. Gone. A shot to the opposite field. And they boost their lead. It's 4-1. Now it's going to be Brandon Marsh. On the ground to the left. 1 away. That ground ball may have him back on track after the homer. Now at the plate, Justin Crawford. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. Takes it in for the out. So the batting order turns over. This is Bryson Stott.
Yeah.
Bases empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in. Top half of inning number 4. Out to center. Varsho has a beat on it. And that is that. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now for the Jays, Addison Barger. He was late there, strike one. Barger, in his second season, 26 years old, and he was a 6th-round draft pick back in 2018. Oh, he gloves it to first, and it beats him. What a play. Vladdy Jr. stepping to the dish now.
Hit an absolute tape measure shot last time up.
Check swing called strike. It's 0-1. Swings through that. The Jays trailing by 3. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Foul ball still 0-2.
Well, he got challenged with a good fastball right there. Just couldn't catch up.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Battling here as he fouls it away. And the 0-2. Out to short, Turner. To first, already 2 gone here in the home 4th. 2 outs, base is empty. And now here is George Springer. First pitch swinging. Swing and a miss as he was late that time. That's off the inside corner. Ball 1. Swing and a miss. The back now in Toronto. Ready now for the 5th inning. Well, he's been knocked around pretty good so far, but they've got him back out there at least to begin the inning.
Yeah, and you wonder just the strength and perhaps the health of that bullpen for him to go back out there. But he's taking this one for the team. Perhaps he can stabilize things and the offense can score some runs for him.
The 1-1. And a swing and a miss. To third, Barger. Over to first. 1 away here in the 5th. And Kyle Schwarber will come up. He has, as they like to say.
Let me guess, Boog. Light tower power?
That's right. Late on that fastball. Just off the inside edge. Check swing, and he went. Now 1-2. Struck him out swinging. That K is his 3rd of the game. Ball 1 to Bryce.
Inside.
Two down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. And that's a strike.
2.
Popped up. Barger moving under it. And that is that. We head to the bottom of the 5th. And now for the Jays, Dalton Varsho. Swings through that one. Well struck right field. That's back there. Can't get there, and now maybe extra bases. Not stopping. He's going for 3. And he's got a leadoff triple. Runner at third, nobody out. Nathan Lucas digs in now. Liner snagged at first.
Big first out of the inning because it keeps the runner at third. They don't score on the play, and that was the goal. Now you have to do it a few more times before you're completely out of this jam.
Jimenez takes a ball as he stands in for the 2nd time. Up the middle. Stop. There for the out. Runner scores from third. Alejandro Kirk next up for the Blue Jays. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Kwan under this one. And that's the third out. All right, we go to the now here's Tyler Rogers out of the pen.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Swing and a miss. Bohm, the third overall pick in the 2018 draft out of Wichita State. And a slider misses down and away. Hit softly on the ground left side. Leadoff man retired in the sixth. And digging in for Philadelphia, Stephen Kwan. Fouled off left side.
Ball.
In the air, left field. And there's two down. Here comes Real Muto.
Coming off an absolute bomb in his last at bat.
Ball inside.
Two down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the sixth. That clips the corner.
Foul ball.
Next
Ball
offering is down low.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Nope, that's foul.
Got him. That's out number 3. Back here at Rogers Center. Now here's the leadoff man for the Blue Jays, Anthony Santander.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. Always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
One up, one down. So up next for Toronto, Jacob Wilson. In the air to left center. Crawford on his way over. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. Two down. Digging in, Addison Barger. High fly ball right field. Marsh should have this one. That is the inning. Back now in Toronto. And new arm out of the bullpen, Brendan Little.
Bring it in. Lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
And there's a foul ball.
You know, these Phils, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. We've already seen 8 line drives from them, and it's always a good sign when the ball is jumping off your bat, and that's what this offense has been doing so far today.
Got him swinging. One away. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Justin Crawford.
Hey.
Little, a 6'2" southpaw. He throws a curveball, a sinker, and occasionally uses a cutter.
What do you
Crawford
got?
checks his swing, appeal to third. He did not go around. Here's a 1-2. And a good eye there. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Back to the top of the order. Now it's the second baseman, Bryson Stott. And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Foul ball. In there. Got him looking for the K. Set for the last half of the 7th. Now the Toronto 4-hole hitter, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Out towards right center field. And that'll get down for a hit. And a good start to the inning. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. Here's George Springer. Up the middle. There's 1. And 2.
He's out.
What a play. So up next for Toronto, Dalton Varsho.
Drove it off the wall last time. Just missed out on a home run.
And he gets that fastball by him upstairs. Late with the swing there.
He's trying to stay away from this lefty, knowing that a lot of left-handers like the ball down and in.
Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Had a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fast. We're at the top of the 8th. Mason Fluhart taking over on the mound.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
That's ball 2.
That's down
Ball
and
3.
in. In there at the knees for a strike. That one misses.
Ball 4.
So a leadoff walk. Here's the Phillies DH, Kyle Schwarber. 0 for 3 in this one. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. There's the strike at the knees.
Really good cutter that he's able to front door.
Runner on the go. Cold strike 3. And that's a stolen base. Not even close. So now with 1 away and a man at second. And now Bryce Harper swings through that one for strike 1.
Well, strike 1 is so critical in a bat like this with a real threat at the plate looking to do damage.
Runner breaks for third. Pitch is low. Throw to third. Save. 1 away with a runner at third. And we're in the top of the 8th. Laser to the gap should score the run. The run scores from third, and they take a 3-run lead. Pulls into second. That's an RBI double.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage.
So they turn to their closer, Jimmy Garcia.
And this could be a pretty critical point in this game. And they're hoping he's the guy to keep him within striking distance.
Boom. In the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. Swing and a miss as he was out front. Oh, look at the stop. Throw to first. It's there, and that's a great play. Stephen Kwan stands in for the Phillies. Oh, great stop. Over to first. And that's a nice play to end the inning. Bottom of the 8th. Now it's the Toronto designated hitter, Nathan Lucas.
Nathan Lucas.
Hit on the ground to short. Trey Turner gloves it. Throws to first in time. 1 pitch and 1 out. Here's Andres Jimenez. And first offering is fouled off.
When a guy's throwing a lot of first pitch strikes as a hitter, you got to be ready to hit. Now, that's not going to help you get deep into his pitch count and into the bullpen, but you got to take what he's offering that day.
Out number 2. Here's the Toronto catcher, Alejandro Kirk. First pitch way inside, a fastball. Misses the sweeper. That one ripped left field. Kwan going back. Leaps at the wall, but can't haul it in. And he's got a double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
And now it's going to be Anthony Santander. Runner at second, 2 down. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Check swing, no appeal. And now it's even 1-1. Foul ball there. And now it's 1-2. That one missed. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Man at second. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Goes down swinging for the... All set to start the 9th in this one. And digging in for Philadelphia, JT Realmuto.
Ball,
inside.
that's inside.
Ball 1. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Springer settles underneath it. Takes it in for the out. And here is Adolis Garcia.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
Swing and a miss. 0-1. Breaks his bat and pops it up. And a foul ball. Ground ball up the middle. On to first. That's it out. 2 down, base is empty. And now the center fielder, Justin Crawford. Popped up. Barger under it. And that is that. Back here at Rogers. All set for the Jhoan Duran. Comes out trying to close it out.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
Addison Barger, the next to hit. Fought off foul. This one in the air, center field. Crawford settles underneath it. And there's 2 down. So they're down to their final out. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Check swing, but he went too far. That's strike 1. They're down to their final strike.
He's in a great spot right here. Ahead in the count 0-2. All 4 pitches in play right here, partner.
Check swing on an 0-2. Appeal to first. No swing. 2 down. Nobody on. No question about this one. It's out of here. Another homer. His second home run of the game. And the batter is George Springer. The bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1. Ripped to short, snagged on a bounce. Turner with the throw to first. And the crowd goes home disappointed as this one draws to a close. Wheeler with his first major league win.
Yeah, nicely done. I'm sure he'll feel very good about that and get the ball for his trophy case, as he should. A start he won't ever forget.
The 5-3 final score in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Yeah.
Cole, you stupid.
Back like they never left. Yeah.